You know what it is. Hot 97, your boy Hip Hop Mike in the building for Takeover tonight. And I would start this interview with saying, you know, the artist's name usually, where they come from, all that good stuff. But I'm going to just start this one like, who are you?
I'm you. What's good? My name is Jufu, and I'm very happy to be here. Shout out to Hip Hop Mike.
Jufu in the building. Finally. What's up, bro?
I'm chilling. Very, very, very
sleepy.
Low key, like my body feels asleep, but my spirit feels alive.
I love it. Great answer. You do some media training?
Yes, sir.
All right. Out here moving professional. What is a day in the life of Jufu like? I guess now.
So it used to be just sit home and make content like on TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that. But now it's just strictly go to the city for a meeting. Like tomorrow I gotta go to Complex, and just a bunch of last minute stuff, just traveling. So it's crazy.
Just a schedule getting flooded.
Yeah.
I want to take the people back a little bit. You mentioned doing videos on TikTok.
Yes, sir.
When did you start doing that, and how long did you do that for before things kind of took off? Because I think most people know you from Who Are You?
Yeah.
But saying most people is like literally everybody. Like Will Smith, myself, not that I'm in that range at all. I mean, every kid that's, I guess, in preschool, middle school, elementary school, high school. Where did this begin?
It all started in 2013, actually.
So
actually, no,
ago.
2012. The end of 2012, I started on Vine.
Oh, okay.
I was making comedy videos on Vine. I was known as Julian Fulian, and that's where Jufu came from, Julian Fulian. And yeah, I went from Vine to Musical.ly, which is now TikTok, and just a bunch of comedy videos for the past 6 years, almost 7 now, and now
music.
Yeah.
How poppin' was your Vine?
My Vine, I had 216K when Vine died.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I was getting somewhere. Now on TikTok, I'm at 1.3 million. And then, yeah, that's that. Really.
Did you always know that you were gonna transition this into music, or did you want to be a comedian at some point? Because I feel like you like the like our generation's Will Smith for real. Like you do it all.
Honestly, comedy, like, it was fun for me, but like I never like felt to be in my calling. But in terms of music, I actually have played guitar since 2009, so 10 years.
Okay.
In music. So I mean, I knew music was gonna come back eventually, like just somehow, but I just took a little detour into social media and comedy.
Was this all like an elaborate plan to get lit, or was this just something you were doing and it just happened to kind of connect for you?
It honestly just, it started to happen for me, but then when it comes to like the music, I had my strategies to get it to where it is now.
Okay. So music wise, guitar, you started playing guitar.
Yeah.
What was that like, and did that ever go like, was that something serious? Did you ever play as part of like a group, like, and how did you end up in hip-hop now? Because Who Are You doesn't have any guitars on it.
I know. So I've actually tried playing in 2 different bands before. That didn't really work out, but when I was younger, like, I was playing guitar and I enjoyed it at first. Then I just like started getting tired of it because like I was just going to guitar lessons every weekend, and I wanted to just be home play like Black Ops 2 or some shit. But now I just completely lost my train of thought.
You're having a really long day. I
yes.
mean, he told me off the air he was in DC today. What were you doing in DC?
Today in DC, am I allowed to talk about this? Okay, cool. No, I just had to do a performance for like a bunch of, like, it was like 50 program directors.
Okay.
So that was pretty dope and
so
exciting.
What's this like, man? When did you realize things were going to take off and that this record was going to propel you into this whole nother world? Because 50 program directors is like, you know how hard it is to get in touch with one program director?
Right.
And they're like, pull up and perform. We love your song. When did things take off for you?
Honestly, I feel like I knew it was going to take off since I had this song called Whoa out.
Okay.
I put that out on TikTok. It went crazy on TikTok. And before I put out Who Are You, I actually put out a little skit of Who Are You on TikTok. And before I even released the record, the skit started doing numbers and people started doing videos to that little 15-second portion. So after that, I put the song out, and I already kind of just knew exactly what I needed to do to get the song where it is.
What was the vibe in making the song?
It was just very random for me. Like, people asked me if I was high when I recorded it.
Just tripped out?
Yeah, but honestly, I'm just a very like random minded person. I just like to I just like being weird, honestly. And I was just thinking of Rush Hour for some reason, and I was like, let me take this little scene from Rush Hour and incorporate it in a song. And if anybody does not know what I'm talking about, there's a scene with Chris Tucker in Rush Hour 3 where he's talking to this like sensei guy. He's like, "Who are you?" And yeah,
I am you.
Exactly.
Do you do a lot of writing?
In terms of music or just in general?
I mean, I guess both.
I would say yes. In terms of music, yes. I write a lot when I'm just emotional usually, but I'm emotional often. Yeah, so that's that.
So now getting into music, being an artist that's known worldwide at this point, what are your plans moving forward? Like, what's the goals with this? What are the ambitions? I mean, I feel like it's so fresh. There's not so much that we could talk about of like the history.
Right.
But in speaking to you, like off the record, I know that you have crazy ideas. I've seen snippets of the new promos coming. I've heard some songs. Like, I feel like a lot's about to happen for you.
Yes. So the future for me is really just I do a lot, but besides music. So I'm a cinematographer and director as well.
You shoot?
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's how I knew about his camera.
Okay.
And stuff. But I actually like the ultimate vision is to be an artist, actor, entrepreneur, and own a production company. So it's a lot, really. Like I want to be an artist that's directing music videos for other artists, in movies, and just doing everything pretty much. Will Smith is a big inspiration for me, and you see he does.
I was gonna ask. So. I think you're an inspiration to him too at this point. I mean, I didn't seen him post like the snippet of the song. It's really.
He said, "A wise man once said, who are you?"
Like, what was that like? What happened when you first saw that? Did somebody hit you? Did you come across it?
I was tripping. I was so hyped. Like, I was in my basement just watching a movie with my parents, actually, because me and my parents, like, sometimes we have like our on and off. So like we've been getting really close recently.
That's tight.
And so we wanted to spend time together, watch some Netflix in the basement. And
were you watching a Will Smith movie?
We weren't, but I can't remember what we were watching. But
it became a Will Smith movie.
Literally, like we just stopped watching the movie.
So what happened? Your phone just got an alert?
My friend FaceTimed me.
Okay.
And I declined it because I was watching a movie with my parents. And then he texted me. He was like, check Instagram. And then I just went upstairs. I needed to like calm down a little bit.
Do your parents realize like what's going on? Because I feel like even me being in entertainment and like being in radio and all, we're super disconnected. And like I work in this ish. Like I'm on TikTok, but I'm one of the few I think that's in radio that's on TikTok at this point. Do your parents even understand what's happening in your world? Because it sounds like things are just normal at home. Like you just chilling.
Honestly, my parents are very, very in tune with what's going on. My mom kind of like made it her priority to like just learn everything about like social media and marketing and stuff. So if I didn't have this lovely manager that's here with me today, my mom probably would have been a great manager for me. And yeah, they're very in tune and very proud.
I gotta say, nice. Your management's super fortunate as well, because I think I've interviewed a lot of kids, like tons and tons of kids. And how old are you?
19.
So yeah, you're on the younger side, I think, of a lot of the people I've sat with. Right. I know you haven't done a ton of interviews at this point.
Nah.
The fact that you're mad well spoken, that you have this traction that's crazy, that you actually understand what's going on, it's not just like by coincidence, but like you're actually navigating this ish, is super special, man. Like not a lot of people I think are able to do that.
Thank you.
Do you even realize what you got going on at this point, or are you just one day at a time?
It's honestly one day at a time. Like nothing really hits me until like it's weird. Things don't hit me right away. Like for example, I I don't have like much stage experience.
Okay.
But I actually happened to kill my first few shows.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, so like this is basically the concept of like you don't get stage fright until like you don't get nervous until like you're about to step on the stage.
Okay.
So it's just like the same ideology in a way. Like all of this that's happening is just not hitting me until like I'm in a scenario like this, for example.
So the actual moment.
Exactly.
So you woke up this morning and was like, all right, peace, mom and dad. I'm going to DC for the day. We're going to go do some ish. And then you get there and it doesn't really set in until you're like, damn, I'm in stage in front of a lot of people.
Right.
Knock that out. Do you go back to normal at that point, or you just in zone for the rest of the day now?
I go back to normal, straight to my iPad, breathe a little bit, and then we make our way here. Still normal, and then we get here. I feel like I was a little nervous for like 2.5 seconds in the beginning, but I'm chilling now.
I mean, I feel like we know each other at this point. It should be pretty simple. Like, if this was Flex sitting here, I would be nervous too. But like, I promise, it's easy going.
Right.
What are you working on now? Because I know your time's limited. Do you have some stuff on the way outside of like? I mean, you've played me a couple of things. We could talk about that for sure. But what's the grand scheme? Like, what's the tone you about to set, Lil Jufu?
So what I'm working on right now is kind of just getting Who Are You to the fullest, like just getting it to the entire world. Like it's made its way like scattered around the world, but I definitely want it like just everywhere.
It's so crazy too, not for nothing, that the song, because it's really, if it was just on radio and had that many plays, it would be a '1 main record.
Right.
The fact that it's like '1 in this world that people don't even know yet, by the time it becomes '1 in like the industry radio-y world,
Right.
you're gonna have so many goddamn spins.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be out of control. Like I haven't seen anybody really do that yet. Like the only person I will say that's, you already know who I'm gonna say.
I feel like I know you're gonna say.
You know what I mean? Young Old Town Road.
Yo, the amount of comparisons is crazy.
Well, I think you're completely different, like as a person and artist, for sure. Like respectfully to him, I think you might have a slight more sauce.
We had a conversation about this today.
I think you have a little more sauce, respectfully, but at the same time, I don't think people fully understand what's happening. And the moment that he had was so substantial and was really the first one. And now I think you're going to be like right behind, and it could even be bigger because the more time goes on, more people are tapping in.
Right.
Do you feel like that's the case? Like, do you think this could be a #1 record as big as what that became? He's like, I hope so.
Not even I hope so. I actually know so, but I didn't want to say it. I know so.
Okay. How do you know so?
I just got the sauce.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not even gonna knock it. At the end of the day, the reason I love this music is because it's all about vibes. It's how you feeling, and
Yes,
I'm really big, like especially lately, on like the positive thinking and manifesting.
We got to talk about that off air.
I mean,
or on air. I don't know.
Listen,
we could put people on.
Talk to me. What's up? Because I'm all about it, man. I got my chakras right. I'm out here. Like, I'm really trying to be on this positive thinking. And it started because I was watching, I think it was like it was like some Goggins podcast with Joe Rogan. This dude runs like 200 miles in one shot. It's like insane. And they're like, how the fuck do you do this? He's like, it's just all in my head. Like, I believe I could do it, and I do it.
You do it.
Do you think that's the case? Because I've been trying that out, and I'm still kind of fresh, but it seems like it's working really well for you.
I would tell you that everything that's happened to me within the last 5 months of my life has been literally just me speaking things into existence. And that's just me. And I strongly believe it's the laws of attraction. I'm positive towards absolutely everything and everyone around me. So I just feel like the universe is always in my favor. And whatever I want to happen is just happening.
How do you deal with negativity that tries to creep in? Because that's really my biggest problem. Is like, it's inevitable in the music industry. There's gonna be some negative bullish. How do you deal with that? Do you just avoid it?
To be honest, like, negative energy comes my way like all the time, but I just find a way to flip it, honestly. And if I can't flip it, I just let it go and give it some time. And then if we're talking about a specific person coming at me like negatively, I give it time, and I know that they're gonna get out their feelings soon, and we can talk about it later.
What's the team look like? Like, outside of management, do you have any friends that are around you, or were you always kind of just to yourself? Because I feel like I haven't seen you with like the squad that most rappers come in with.
I've honestly just been working by myself for the last like 7 years. I'm an only child, so I was always filming by myself. All my skits just using a tripod and making it work.
I think it's super smart. Keep it like that for sure. How do you deal with the females that are coming at you right now? Because I know it's flooded. Are you like even interested in the females at this point, or is it work 24/7? Because I would have made the mistake and dove into something I shouldn't have at your age. Like, I feel like you're way smarter than I am.
Right.
But I mean, at the same time, you a young famous kid. I've never been a young famous kid. I'm like a kind of famous middle. Like, I don't even know. I'm getting there.
Nah, honestly, when it comes to girls, I feel like because of social media, like I've always like been around girls, but it's definitely gotten crazier. Like literally, from the day I got verified on Instagram, like it's been a difference between like let's say 30 girls to 80. So it's different.
Do they all hit you with the same line? Who are you?
No, none of them do. None of them do. Nah, it's usually just like my like supporters.
Okay. They're missing an opportunity.
Yeah. But yes, everything's pretty calm. I'm a very sweet guy though.
Okay.
I don't like to play people.
You can say that to Karen. Don't look at me when you say that.
I'm a very sweet guy. I don't like to like play with people's feelings and stuff. So I try not to like associate with like too many girls. It gets complicated too. So
I think it's smart to just stay focused.
Right.
Speaking of staying focused, I like your sweatshirt. Is that the situation right now?
Yes.
I could have never guessed. That's awesome. How did that come about?
Shout out to Island. We went to 15 like label meetings after Who Are You came out.
Okay.
Since August, and
what was it about Island?
What was it about Island? I think just when I went to Island, I felt like a real strong like family vibe. Shout out to Darkest and Latrice, Scott, like literally everybody, like just everyone at Island is just like great. I really like everybody there, and they're one of the like the main focuses that they continue to one of the main focuses that they said that they had was just having an artist to grow with and like push for longevity. Like they didn't want to just get me a hit song and throw me out the door.
That's amazing.
So,
it's super rare.
Right. And I want longevity, so I don't want to just have Who Are You and peace.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
I mean, I think what Who Are You could be incredible, but I've heard the other music and I really feel like what you're coming with is even a notch higher. Like Who Are You is kind of simple compared to the other ones you played me. Like you got shit for the West Coast, got shit for the East Coast, you got shit for anybody that loves chicken. I mean, let's be honest, it's delicious.
I even got opera coming soon. I swear to God.
Opera?
Yes.
How the fuck did you get into opera?
Andrea Bocelli, Spire. I listen to Andrea Bocelli. I try to replicate his voice, and now I'm singing opera.
Listen, I'll say this much, man. I think you got a very bright future ahead of you. I wish I would have been into management way earlier, not into radio, because your management is super blessed to have somebody who's working so hard and really just genuine at your age, man. Keep it up. Where can people find out about you? How can they check for everything?
Everything is pretty much Jufu, but Instagram is Lil Jufu. But yeah, literally all my social media is Jufu, Spotify Jufu, Jufu.
And if you go to TikTok and download the app and just scroll, you'll come across somebody doing a dance to his song Who Are You.
Yep.
Yo, man, I really appreciate you coming through.
Thank you for having me.
Nah, much love. Lil Jufu in the building. This is Hot 97.
You're
He's still from Brooklyn at the end of the day.
Yes, sir.